everyone, so today I have 6 Sally Hansen nail polishes to share with you all, and these were sent to me from Sally Hansen, and these are their Mega Strength nail polishes, and these are supposedly going to strengthen your nails as you wear it and help them out. So they sent me 6 nail polishes, and I did buy one on my own. I bought Small But Maddie. It's just a really pretty purple shade, and I did include it in the swatches, and I will get more into about the application of that during the voiceover, just because I did have some issues with that one, but I will tell you all about it once I get to that point. So I'm going to go ahead and get into the swatch portion, and then I will let you know my favorites, so stay tuned. Alright, so the first shade that we're going to be talking about is Class Act, and this is pretty much just your typical pretty red shade, and this is the first coat. And I decided to go ahead and do these swatches in real time, that way you can see how they apply in real time. And as you can tell, it is pretty opaque on the first coat. And I really love the way this red looks against my skin tone. I don't know what it is about it, but it just looks really good against my skin. And ignore the cat hair on my silicone mat. Somehow it always attracts hair from my cats, and I just don't know what to do about that. So, but there is the second coat, and there is Class Act with top coat. And the shade is so pretty. It's kind of, my cameras make it look more orange, but it's kind of like a pinky red. It's really nice. Perfect for spring and summer. And the next shade is Sally Hansen Persis-tint, and this shade is so pretty. It is very sheer on that first coat. And you could probably use this as a topper if you wanted to, over like a light purple shade or over a white. But there's the first coat, and I do lower my exposure on the third, I think on the third coat, so you can really see those shimmers shine. But this is the second coat of Persis-tint, and this is one shade that's definitely one of my picks from all of these, and it is a little bit prone to streaking just because of the nature of the shimmers. So be careful when you apply the shade, and somehow I managed to flood my cuticle, which I hate when that happens. But there is the third coat, and there is Persistent with top coat. This shade is so pretty. In real life it's really glowy. The next shade is Rise Up, and this is a pink with really strong gold shimmers, and it only takes 2 coats to make this shade opaque. I think I read somewhere that Zoya is a dupe for a Zoya shade. I'm not sure what shade it is. I'll leave it in the comments if I figure it out, but this shade is so glowy and pretty. And there's the first coat, and there's the second coat I'm going in with, and somehow I flood my cuticles again. If you've all seen how I set up trying to do my nail swatches, you would see that that's going to happen sometimes. And there's the second coat, and you can see those shimmers are really pretty in the shade. This was, I think, one of my picks. And then the next one is Sally Hansen Shiro, and this is just a really pretty mauvey, kind of like an everyday pink color. It kind of reminds me of Sally Hansen's, not Sally Hansen, Essie's Angora Cardi shade. I should have done like a comparison between those two, but this shade is opaque in 1 coat, and that's all I show is 1 coat. Now if you want, you could do 2 coats for more, so it lasts longer, but 1 coat was all I needed. And there it is with top coat. that says a lot for it to be opaque in one coat. So you could probably stamp with this shade if you wanted to. And there's a swatch picture. And next up is Slay All Day, and this is a really bright fuchsia packed with blue shimmers. And this is a fuchsia that leans more red. It definitely is almost on the red side. And the shimmers kind of do disappear after you apply top coat, and you'll see that. But this is the first coat, and it is pretty opaque on that first coat. And somehow I make a mess. And here's the second coat of Slay All Day. And I did use the base coat, the Mega Strength base coat, on all of these swatches that they sent me. And it did protect from staining. And there is Slay All Day with 2 coats. And as you can tell, it's a pretty red, hot pink shade. Really, really pretty for summer. And then next up is Wild Card, and I'm going to tell you right now, you really probably should be sponging this shade on. I paint it on, and I still can see my nail through the glitters. I do 3 coats and you can still see my nail, so you definitely want to sponge on this shade. There's the first coat and the second coat, and because my nail is stained, this is really funny, my nail is stained yellow, so it kind of helps blend in with the gold glitters, which is kind of silly. But this shade is really, really pretty. The glitters are holographic macro glitters and gold glitters, and it's just a really, really nice shade. There's the third coat, and I am going to warn you, if you get this on your skin, it's really, really hard to get off those glitters. You have to scrub your nails or your skin pretty hard. And there is Wild Card with top coat. A really, really pretty shade. And last up, we have Small But Maddie, and this is a shade that I bought myself at Walmart. And I bought this because the shimmers were so pretty in the bottle, but I didn't expect it to be as sheer as it was. It was super duper sheer, and it never really fully dried on my nail. I don't know why, but it just didn't. And I do apply 3 coats. I think it's just the nature of this nail polish. It's one of those really squishy jelly type nail polishes. So if you get this shade, I would recommend using it as a topper, not a nail polish on its own. It should be on the back saying topper. It says to apply 2 coats, but I wouldn't use it as a nail polish, you know, just as a nail polish color. But there is the third coat, and there it is with top coat. Really glowy and really pretty. Alright, so now I'm going to let you know my favorites of all of these, of the 6 they sent me. My personal favorites were, no, not that one. It's been a while since I've looked at these because I swatched these a while back. Rise Up, which is a really pretty pinky shimmer, and I really love how glowy this shade is. It's absolutely gorgeous. I have about 3, that's my favorite. Persis-tint, which has a beautiful, it's like a lilac with a duochrome pretty pink finish. It's really hard to describe the shade. It's just so glowy and so gorgeous. It's like a unicorn nail polish. And then the last one that was my favorite was Shiro, which I need to shake up. And this one is just like an everyday mauve color. I know it's really plain looking, but I love these kinds of shades on my nails. And yeah, I did want to talk really quick about the top coat. I had a little bit of issues with this top coat taking up color on the brush. And the only other time I've ever had that issue was when I used the Sally Hansen Miracle Gel top coat with the actual nail polishes that go with it. It would pull up the color and stain the tip of the brush, and I would have to wipe off the brush before putting it back in the bottle. I did have to do that with this top coat, and the only shade that I really noticed it happening with was with the bright red shade, which is called Class Act. That was the only one that caused that issue. Now, I don't know if it's just like the formula is making it bleed. I don't know. But with other polishes, the top coat works fine. So I don't know what's going on there. But that was the only issue that I had. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will talk to you all soon.